doing?
Go on and punch him, dude.
Just hit him.
How much is instant death damage? Is it your health times 2?
It's your health times 2
it's
in
just-
one hit.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have died
It's
from meteors from
your
your
health.
health 0, then I'm fine.
It's your health total.
It's your no.
So it's
Okay,
negative health total. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
so
all
not-
of you are incorrect. It's overkill damage equal to your max health.
Yeah, it has
Yes,
to be
so
in
if
one
you're-
fucking hit,
If
basically.
you have 100 max health and you are currently on 1 health, if you take 101 damage, you are dead.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean,
Would
Then
you
I
have
guess
instant died if you didn't have fire resist?
almost. I mean, I have 90 health, and I had your
Yeah, but it was-
temporary health.
Okay.
Thank God
okay.
you're not playing fire vulnerable slime.
Yeah, Rylax would have definitely disintegrated. Would have.
Where's my
That
wife?
image,
Where's
the
my
low
wife?
resolution baby disintegrating into ash.
I mean, I think that's why Rylex died in the library to the gunpowder.
I didn't die. I had
thought you
those dumb
died-
home.
Yeah,
I had those dumb
but you
homebrew spells. I literally phased out of
consumed
reality when I saw I was about to
Oh,
die.
okay. I thought you
I used that
consumed
spell like
your
twice.
coin.
We used the coin. The coin saved somebody else. I didn't use it to save myself.
You're like simply yours.
I think
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure
used
I-
on Harbinger.
Yeah, I cannot honestly remember how the coins played out. I know they saved people. I just can't remember how it worked.
Yeah, effectively, I believe one of the coins saved someone from being disintegrated outright.
I think I still have mine.
You might have, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was
Rainy
mine that
day.
got consumed for whatever it was. Oh, hey, Alex says the amulet teleports you directly to the front doors of the church. You know. Smooth. A little strong. There we go. Yeah, that meteor's one did like 160 damage. That would have just been death if I didn't have fire resistance. Because I was a little bit injured at that point.
Yeah. Also, the way you've just said all this stuff makes me think, oh shit, I should really come back as a cleric. But I've already.
You
been
can literally do whatever you want. I would
I
never
don't
be
know.
upset at you for any choice. Like,
No.
I of course prefer a balanced party, but literally you should have fun first.
Yeah.
No. I did have my second idea for a character was a Goliath cleric, but
Couldn't be.
there's some world stuff that didn't line up.
Ah, yeah, Goliath.
Well, no, they're Goliath.
There's-
cleric. I do.
Yeah.
I am
know they exist.
legitimately interested to see how your new character is going to actually get hired by us in any way.
Hey,
'Cause it's like we're depressed. We're very suspicious of most people. We've had multiple assassination attempts. It's like
you just have
Hey,
to have
can I
Riz
join
like
you?
Ballman and we'll hire you.
that is true, yeah. If you say your ballman's brother, we're like, you're in.
The Ballman's brother.
Or like Ballman's like, hey fellas, I know you're sad. Here, have a guy I can vouch for him. We're like, hell yeah, we trust you, Ballman.
I mean, I 100% trust Ballman. If we ever actually open up a business, we're employing him if he wants to be. He's the man. He helped us out for literally nothing in return. He gave us a bunch of information that he definitely didn't have to. It's like, hey, you know what? Here's all the details you need.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't like working for Vina, and we have fixed that for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we also did save his life, and there was pretty much zero threat of any of that coming back
Yeah.
to bite him. So it's like, yeah. It's not like we were showing up in public and loudly screaming that we want to kill Vina. How do you do it, Ball?
What do you do? You were like messaging him silently.
Or just using dreams, so it's even less conspicuous. I learned earlier, Wizard can learn Gentle Repose, which I thought was kind of interesting.
That's nice.
Yeah, 'cause it stabilizes a person.
It's practically a tradition for our groups to not have a good healer. and have like
I
one
take
person
offense
be
to
like
that.
a ghetto
I
healer.
was about to say, Wembley's been patching
no.
everyone up.
You're good at giving us back hit points, but you can't really fix the problems that arise with adventuring, you know?
Yeah. I don't
You
heal
do that very
fast.
well. Could be worse.
This is true.
But like, give me a
Somebody's...
minute and all of your hit dice, and I can fix you up.
I mean, look, you say that, Nick, but last campaign had a cleric and 2 paladins.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say 2 paladins. I feel like one of them was a missing in action.
Hey! Nistri in the fucking that one fight where I controlled Nistri and he
One
had
fight where I
Circle of Hope or whatever it's called, and he kept climbing up the ladder and killing someone from 0 HP every single time.
That
Oh,
was the
yeah.
stupidest fight.
That was the best.
That was.
I mean, that fight was also probably the coolest thing ever with Bloodbane Man fighting all of us at once and nearly winning.
Yeah.
He just jumped down and he's like, alright, we ball.
Almost stomping me.
You're here?
I got like 4 people up from 0 with that one spell. That was
Like, I can respect any enemy that goes like, alright, let's go. I'm coming.
He's like, yeah, you're in my mech. I guess I'm just gonna also be in the walls and fight.
Evangelion, if it was even cooler.
He literally is fighting the rats in his walls himself.
They're in the walls. They're in the goddamn walls.
They're in the wall.
They're in the walls. They're in the walls.
Hey, look, Jesse just joined.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
okay, there we go, good.
Oh, he
What?
is. He is cometh.
He cometh a man.
A man.
Not the only
Alright.
one that cometh.
So am I.
I'm actually gonna play as Geet and die.
No.
Don't stop me.
I can't believe it. The whole secret the whole time. He was just going to be Wembley's kid.
You're gonna play as each of my children and get them killed in terrible ways.
Bring Wembley to tears.
Look,
And
Jesse
then-
played as your kid, now I gotta play as your kid.
Yeah. But like, while I'm still here.
Still here.
Yeah,
It's such a fucking lot.
like the saddest thing is when a father buries his own children, you know?
Uh-huh.
We gotta do that for you.
No, we don't have to.
We got it. Hey Josh, can I retire Wembley and bring a hypersexual furry character instead?
Also, your game is missing features.
I am not upgrading this shit to jump gate for everything to just eat itself alive and break.
You know why we want this.
Yeah.
You're not
Wait,
getting the
wait.
cum.
Why Wembley specifically wants this?
I need it. Please give me the power. I beg of
We'll
you.
become MILF Hunter.
Hey, look, Ben, what a perfectly timed entrance.
Oh!
Oh. One of your greatest watchers shows up. You're not getting the cum. A great start. Absolutely fucking magical start.
Oh god. No.
No, I'm not gonna give him the cum, Long Ben. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
Josh is...
Longbed
What's the word?
agrees.
Yeah, brick the game for the chance.
What's the word?
It's
Cool.
not edging, it's like...
Gooning.
What's the word for...
It's
No, like-
quaking.
It's quick.
Excuse me?
You're
Oh
serious.
my god. Okay, because I'm dead and I'm legally allowed to tune into the stream, Josh has been streaming for 9 minutes. This whole conversation.
Oh!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I would like to bring up that Josh is also trying to gaslight us.
Hmm.
When you make a game into Jumpgate, it makes a copy of the game in Jumpgate. It doesn't remove the original one.
Oh, so it makes a copy of Jump Gate.
Yeah, it
That's cool.
literally go to like one of your older games and tell it to upgrade to Jumpgate, and you'll see it just makes a clone of it.
All right, let's go do this.
Hmm.
Hold on.
Oh no. No, not. No.
Long been demanded the coom, so where do I post this? Where do I copy it? I'm trying to find it.
Let me also open up Roll20 so I can see what these menus look like. No, that one's already jump gate. Open a game you have that's not jump gate, and it should be kind of blah blah blah. Where is the button for this? Game
Convert
settings?
landing, delete game, clear, cache, rollback game.
It's fine. You don't have to do it right now.
No,
I
I guess
promise.
has to be
That's
done.
true. You can.
We don't need to spray coom everywhere.
I haven't done this in a while, so I don't actually
The
remember.
only benefit is that your token health actually updates. That's the only.
That's actually
feature
pretty
that's
nice.
missing. That's the feature that's missing.
Oh, you have to open the game on, like actually open into the game, and the your game is missing features thing is actually a button. It gives you convert to jump gate. Converting your game permanently helps it to jump gate. A non-jump gate version labeled Legacy Backup will be, and then the name of the game, will be made available on your My Games page. The backup is a copy created at the time of conversion and won't reflect future changes made in the jump gate game.
It's here.
All right.
Jump gate.
Now, the one with Ven Alive in it is Legacy. Hey, look at that! I'm in front of Josh now.
What? No, the backup was the backup is at the time the jump gate one was created. We have created our checkpoint after
No.
Ben died.
No, this is our
Welcome.
return from death point.
Yeah,
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, begin.
yeah, I
Ladies
see
and
it.
gentlemen.
Legacy Backup is also in my game list now.
Hey guys, I'm joining voice and video.
No.
I'm sorry, I was making sure to turn off the fucking integrated voice and video.
Oh, thank
Yes,
God, Josh
thank
is
you.
in front of me now. The font's different.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no, they have the power to come everywhere now.
We have the power to come.
Oh my god, 360.
Bold of you to assume I remember how to do that.
It's everywhere. It's in my eyes. Oh,
Firing.
tsunami of god. And that's how the world died. That's one massive gooning blast.
It wasn't the fire that ruined all life. There was like a wave of spooge that made everything die.
Yeah, nothing can grow because it's so salty.
Yeah.
You're salting the air.
It destroyed all foliage.
And all the marriages in the land.
And you're saying Ilmarrow and Beetlejuice goes this together?
Ow.
Intriguing.
That's terrifying, but also arousing.
Alright, I'm to mute for 2 hours. Good luck, gentlemen.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm dead, I'm a ghost.
You even get to be a ghost?
Nah.
No, probably not. Ooh.
Ven's in a jar
You
somewhere
don't
on
need
the
a soul
shelf.
to be an undead ghost.
The spooch Nami thing going back. Oh my god. Well, last time on Still Tide at the Blood Fury estate, the party was taking a moment as they were able to settle down for a week, be able to recuperate, take some time to learn some things, as well as study a few interesting pieces that they have gotten while being able to put their feet up for the few days. Amongst this chaos of relaxation and all, it was supposed to be done. It very quickly shifted from the more relaxed downtime as Socket finally put the gem into his forehead, and suddenly memories flooded back to him. It was at this point realizing, especially remembering coming from the far south, near the Ruby Fortress, going past Thornelder, all the way up to the Elven City as no more. It was in this memory that he had came to realize that even though he originally was sent to eliminate the elves outright, as they were, well, making use of the dwarves, but also treating them as slaves in equally that form. Moranor was suddenly surged by a strange pulse of magic, as a number of the Ifriti that were fighting alongside this breath of Baelis quickly turned on them, but was also brought down and then removed of their memory gem. Seeing that last moment of one of the Ifriti grabbing this core from their forehead and throwing it freely to deactivate him, it was a curious nature that had been brought partially to attention of how he had been thrown so far from Moranor, but there's also clearly extra pieces missing, possibly. In this situation, though, it had given full anchoring to Baelis, as suddenly he felt a surge of anger deep within the core of his flame. The magma ruby giving him full power to start manipulating Socket once more, especially now that the memory gem was there, but also seeming to be the missing piece in controlling his will. It was in this situation that he demanded the magma ruby be completed, and so forth, immediately demanded that Ven be killed to try and complete it, and everyone else around. The combat erupted. At that point, people came running, listening to the horrific screams of Ven yelping in pain, and the library bursting into flame. It was in this situation of trying to contain what was going on that Ven had managed to hold his footing a little bit, but was quickly descended upon by Socket and continued to progress further and further, escalating even worse, to the point where finally we were able to bring Socket down, even in the courtyard, and thankfully rendered him inactive for the time. In this situation, an illusion was put up by Azure to try and handle the situation at hand. Some tried to use telekinesis and other to try and grab the gem and more from deep within his core, and while keeping Lord Blood Fury distracted, excise this curious relic from Socket. It was in this chaos that the gem had forced its way out from what was seen to be a mouth hole, leaving Socket feeling surprisingly colder. The intense heat of this crystalline form, this creature standing upright and starting to walk out, haunting. It was Acilier and Ven who saw this crystalline creature take a tighter shape, as if slowly manifesting the power within the world, trying to echo through this shard. You had seen Daedalus in his humanoid form. It was at that point that, as people tried to constrict his mind or restrain him outright entirely, that he ordered you to stop. Which at that point you took only a momentary pause, not really a stop, but a brief moment to try and plan, then not wanting to let something as horrific as Baelis roam the lands freely once more. you quickly charged after, then striking heartily against the enemy. Cillier trying to keep distance, but also at an arm's length strike with their glaive. Socket coming around the corner after being healed and risen from their stupor after finally getting their full semblance of self back. But to much horror, everyone come around the corner and telling him to cease. And then finally, in retaliation and also in a proud and overly selfish form, picking up Ben and absorbing him into his body, commanding each of you to try and stop him, as he dropped a meteor immediately upon the entirety of that section of the city. The gatehouse blown out, the front end of Lord Bloodfury's estate, the windows completely blew out. Most parts of the city and Stilltide, or the upper section of the Pin's Watch, burst into flame. So at this point, as the party had barely survived for some of it, others worse than, well, worse for wear for some others than many of the other people who were unfortunately killed outright, quickly descended upon this form of Adol's, trying to make sure that he would not be able to walk free, and especially after seeing him hobble for a moment, realizing that he'd used a great level of his power. To try and decimate the city, as well as get away from the rest of you. Realizing the situation at hand, that if the Ifriti or any others had taken notice that Baedelus was there, everything would be undone fairly quickly, rendering him inert and the shard to shatter. Baedelus let out one last chuckle with a partially chagrined smile, but also a little audacity in his voice, as he was expecting them to last longer within the heat and confines of the chamber. It was at that point that, after his final dissipation, the magma ruby laid there dormant, but then still and burnt. Many had tried to invoke healing, use potions or stabilize and find it pulse anything. There was nothing. Annette quickly grabbing him and dimension dooring away multiple times across the city as fast as she could and where magic could take her, to find the Temple of the Sun and the priestess that owed her a favor. In this situation, she'd done what she could with Revivify, and then panicked, thinking that it might have just been a few seconds too late, as the soul would have departed, and quickly set to a more powerful and more capable spell of Raise Dead, but that would take time. The rest of the party, as she was doing this, was trying to decipher what to do, and especially what to say to Lord Bloodfury, as he was almost seemingly excited after seeing meteors strike the city. Half of it burst into flame, and especially knowing his heritage, there were some concerns. Socket was not allowed to talk for the moment, as Cecilia convinced him it was another attack, something else entirely. He didn't seem entirely absorbed with that answer, and tried to instill Socket to speak for it, and was quickly told off, almost shrinking back a little bit from the Stone Titan. It was at this point, especially after the curiosity of what had happened, that he insisted you take his seal, go to the town outside of Stilltide and Aeropon, an estate there, one of his servants would be waiting. You show them the seal, and they would allow you to stay there for the time, as everything had been silenced and smoothed over, but especially with many lords and ladies' banners and properties, as well as others who were walking around dead and decimated. There was a lot to cover and uncover. The only remainder of any of the magma ruby, now reduced to powder, smashed into the dirt. Just a mark on the road. Maybe nothing more than a little bit of powder, if anything, to symbolize what was any semblance of a magma ruby at one point. As the party took part with Blood Fury's seal in hand, Wembley found himself journeying to the Temple of the Sun as well. It was at this point that he had seen Annette leaning over the unfortunate and now lost child. As they had taken time to fully recover, but still disheveled, upset, and lost. When pressing the diamond to his chest to try and poke the sun god's grace to bring back the Ven, especially that of the Sun Clan, the diamond fell dark. The priestess could not find a soul to reach out to. It was missing. It is in this heavy situation that they realized that Ven was now beyond reach and started making plans. Because at this point, we come back as the party is still gathering their effects, trying to make sense of what had just happened. Socket had remained quiet, but then decidedly walked off into the city for a time. We'll rejoin later as he
knows where we're going.
Yeah, tries to make sense of what just happened. And all the
That
horrors.
invisible socket go wander off.
But Wembley and Annette had started trying to make plans for an appropriate burial, knowing that cremation is, well,
No.
what his people believe in.
Burn him, Jesse.
Not burning him.
Consider
the
it a
child.
No,
It's what he would have wanted.
I don't care. What we must do instead is cast gentle repose on him and go on an excellent journey to where his home place is, to give his body back so they can do it.
But his soul missing.
Don't care. Body's still important.
Yeah, cremate.
No!
What do you mean no? That's what they want.
No, that's what you want. I will decide that when I get there.
It is what they want.
No, that's what you're just saying.
I used my
You don't
fighter
trust
damage
his
and
fighter
everything.
instincts?
Use some fighter damage and everything, man. I can't be wrong. I'm a fighter.
As Annette is clearly distressed and refusing to let go.
Remember, use your fighter damage to knock that out and get that body cremated.
Yes, my lord.
Burn the child. Burn down the whole
Suggest
church
you
if
walk
you
to
must.
face stall and don't stop until you get.
Don't let them out of your sight.
Rumbley just picks up Ven's body and walks with him up there.
I don't tell you to pick him up and walk with him.
I mean, you didn't tell him not to.
That doesn't fucking matter. That's not the request.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, you just suggested that they go there.
Not you technical, you went to this, Mr. fucking technical.
Like, you tell me to go to the store. You suggested me to go to the store to get some milk. It's like, I'm gonna put on shoes, it's part of going to the
Are you
store
gonna
to
go
get
to
some
the
milk.
store and milk the nearest orc? Is that your fucking plan to get milk, you fucking cunt?
I mean, I might if that's more convenient than actually buying the milk.
See, you're the kind of person I want to see on the pyre. Your van doesn't belong on there. You two, you fucking animal.
I'll see you talking so much smack when I hit you with the illusion war crime.
Illusion war crime. It's not real, so you've got no evidence against me.
Do you know what happens when 4 dusts of dryness occupy the same space only meant for one? 4 times the water that should be able to fit in that small container.
But the water vanishes within a few seconds. It's not real, but you'll feel like it is.
No, the container's real and the water is as well.
Oh, God.
Your body will liquefy in under a moment. You will be gone.
I've spawned a large volcano above you, upside down, spewing magma directly on top of you.
I disbelieve the illusion.
Ah! You just look at it, and it just stops.
Me using programmed illusion to make a dancing van next to a net without any components.
It's got little symbols and dances like a monkey. Ting, 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 ting.
So I guess Cecilia and I find our way out of the city to the safe house we're going to.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Then we need to tell the others where we are.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was going to do that once we got there. I'm not going to cast sending while we're walking.
Can't do 2 things at once.
Yeah, no, I expected the
rude.
message would be once we get there.
Isn't that like the 7th level illusion spell where you just like control the illusion and you can like make it walk around and it can perceive things? It's basically just you, but not you.
I'm pretty sure it's major illusion or something. Why didn't you heal me, father?
I ain't your daddy, boy.
It's project image at 7th level.
Dang.
Range of 500 miles. That's actually really useful.
Oh, dang.
Like you can make it lasts a day and you can concentrate on it. You can walk around with it. Like unless somebody can dispel it, you can just walk around inside of somebody's house and scout it out. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, you can't be in here. Yeah, I'm an illusion. F off.
It's giving me
Right,
very
stop.
much free ridden
Magic.
vibes.
It's like they try to close the door and you just phase through it. You're like, no, sorry.
Nerd.
So, heading outside the city or just doing initially a message to allow people to know where you are going?
Oh wait, I always thought sending had an actually long cast time. It's just an action? I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was a minute.
Yeah, it was always an action.
Yeah, it's an action because it's literally they're sending a short quip at someone.
You can say
I'm-
25 words in 6 seconds.
I don't know where that actually came from in my head.
Too
I
many
just assumed it was a minute. Maybe it's past game knowledge that's like seeping into my brain and changing my opinions.
You will
I have
believe
conflicting.
one
I have
day.
old information that I need to clear the cache.
Gotta empty your cache out, bro. Give me your wallet.
Anyways, sending to Annette.
Hold
Vasily and I are going outside the city to a small building in Arrow Pond. How's Sven?
He did not make it. He has no soul to return to his body. I wish to return him to his people.
Sending again. We probably should. It's the right thing to do, right?
We owe him that much.
Am I out of spell slots already? No. That's probably enough. I will turn to Vasily. Ben's gone.
Suppose that begs a change of plans then.
Annette wants to bring him home. I think that's something better for us to do than just wander around out in the wasteland, isn't it?
Definitely. We can worry about other our original objectives once we've seen him back.
One more sending to Annette. With my 4th level spell slot. We'll set out tomorrow then. I assume Wembley's with you.
Wembley is with me at the moment. Tomorrow is good.
Alright then. I guess we're going tomorrow. You just dream advertise to all of the nobles. Like, buy this product right now. Here's all the great things it does.
And if they say no, you give them a nightmare and make them like.
If you don't buy this product, it'll give you a nightmare every night until you die.
You make them dream about all of the great things it could do, and then when it doesn't do that, and they get upset with you, you're like, "Well, who told you it would do those things?" And like, "Well, it came to me in a dream."
Source.
Look at TV.
Like, yeah, sorry, we're not liable for what you dream our product can do.
This is actually a great untapped market and a genius idea to like sell a product. You should just dream on like really rich people to get them to want it. Yeah, so anyways, I guess we go to our little safe house.
Yeah,
To,
I'd like to go to my shop.
Shopping and preparations.
Damn right. I would like to see if gentle repose or something akin to that could be placed on Ven. So, he doesn't become a stinky, decaying corpse in the next couple of days of travel, I assume.
Yes.
Extra respect.
They will be sure to gentle repose him.
Are we actually not burning him?
No.
Okay, dude.
Why you seem so upset about this? What else do you have to do?
Feel like we should.
No. Just let his fucking family do it.
Okay.
I'll put you in a box. I'll rock you up to your own family, and then be like, "I did it for you. Don't worry." Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I mean, he did recall that the funeral rites of their people was to be cremated so their ashes could return home.
I don't care. I do not care. Wisdom -1. I do not care.
I don't mind whether we take back the ashes or the body. It doesn't bother me either way. But
As far as I'm
you're
concerned, we're not
carrying it.
doing anything else. There is nothing else important right now going on.
I don't
Besides,
see what that has to do with ignoring funeral rites.
in that his family can do it. Or his tribe, or whatever. I don't care.
And what if we show up and they're like, why the fuck didn't you cremate him, ignorant?
Then it can be done then. It doesn't matter. Strangers come from the far lands and they bring a fucking little baggie of ashes. Here's your son. Pardon? Who are you? How can we trust you? Fuck you. I'm going. I don't care. You don't have to come.
I've created a simulacrum of your dead son.
You want to go sleep with some wives in the Stilltide Tavern? You be my guest.
I don't know why you're so upset about this.
Because I can be. Right, Wembley?
I didn't realize we were doing an in-character thing.
Oh, sorry. I'm not upset at you in real life.
I'm upset with everybody in real life.
I fucking hate everyone.
Saying like I knew him, be like Homer Simpson and start strangling you.
As you are discussing what to do with Ven's body, the others arriving towards Arrow Pond as they are collecting your things, but also making sure to keep a little hush, I would imagine. Who would see?
Can both of us actually go through the gate?
Are both of you?
No, never mind. I was thinking something else. Yeah, I'm fine. I thought I had too many magic items, but no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I don't want to check you leaving the city, I don't know why they would.
Not big concerns on that unless it's in the vehicle. When you arrive at the Blood Fury estate in Arrow Pond, as you have been informed, a nice home that is on the water, has a nice view of the overall small lake just past the bridges, being able to look out and see in the far distance nice light dancing over, as there is still plenty of greenery on this small pond that has not been assailed by the heat. A gray-skinned woman opens up the door, very dark hair. She looks a little surprised at your parent. As this small Durgar woman looks to the pair of you, you can tell she's still fairly young. May I help you?
I quickly glance at Azure, just making sure that we agree we're in the right place,
But we have the seal.
and then pull out the seal that Blood Fury gave us.
Oh. Come in, then. She will welcome you into this more quaint, even though still sizable cabin. See the stairs that do lead up in what seems to be almost like a hunting lodge style open floor area where people can drink, smoke, maybe read a book, but also still enjoy the full sights and views. Glasswork that has probably been painstakingly done for how large the windows are. And everything is surprisingly well kept. Seems like maybe this woman lives here while the ward is away and make sure to keep the estate clean and ready for whenever he wishes to drop in guests or other. Name's Marilyn. If you need anything, please do ask. We do have the kitchen stocked recently. Was not expecting guests this soon in the season.
It's fine. We probably won't stay long.
We'll probably only be here for the night. Thank you.
Well, I will go and make sure that the beds are ready and that there is extra made for the meal. Please do not worry. Ask anything that you would desire. I'll be sure to throw on an extra blanket as well. It gets a little cold on the waterfront here. She will wander off to the kitchen first to make sure that you assume what might be the only other person who lives here is the cook as well. But you have free reign to kind of sit down and collect yourselves after what's happened in the seaside cabin in this way. Probably all feels very real at the moment. It's just the two of you, Socket missing for the time. And the other two.
We're both all fucked up from meteors.
Yeah.
You won't begrudge me for a little solitude, will you, Azu?
No, I prefer to be alone as well, so go ahead.
Alright. Well, I'll see you in a bit then.
Mhm.
I'd like to just head out the back. Go find a spot to sit down and relax.
There's a full deck, the breeze coming in off the water, plenty of chairs that are everywhere. Able to just sit down and kind of take in the ever-present day that's still there. It's barely half over. Still early morning.
Azur just sits and stares out the window, thinking about if there's any way to actually reform somebody's soul. No,
Careful, Azur. This is how people become witches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well. It has to start somewhere.
They are collecting themselves. Especially for some of the more calmer and the other more excited and frazzled characters, especially that at the Temple of the Sun. How are you proceeding as they have given you space? The gentle repose has been cast, then has been preserved. What would Annette and Wembley request?
What's his name? Hang on, give me a minute.
A lady? Hethrol?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, Wembley does the Denethor thing and sets Faramir on fire without anyone's consent.
Oh,
You
damn.
actually?
No.
It's about to fuck your day up.
Ben wakes up during this for some reason.
Yeah.
Fire was the answer. I figured it
Yeah.
out.
The reason I couldn't get resurrected is because I was alive.
You're so alive and
Unconscious.
struggling to breathe. You're like, it's only been it's only been a few minutes, please.
I just needed a nap.
That would be the funniest plot twist ever.
The healing I did actually worked, but like he just decided to take a nap.
Man, you were still suffering like the 1d4 hours until waking up. Hethril would ask in earnest, what would you wish to do?
I want to take him back to his tribe. He was of a Sun tribe.
We're going to need to figure out how to get there. It's not really any road.
Usually they would come in by boat. Met many of them as they've passed through the temple.
Do you recall
Hope seems good.
that he had friends?
I still need to know.
When the cat used to journey with us, we met one of their friends. 2 other kids that looked like him. Maybe they could tell us more.
Yeah, over in Dr. What's-Its office.
Dr. What's-It? Ah, he removes my warts daily. I am a witch.
Bitch.
Oh, no, you burn me instead.
Throw her on the platter. But if you're not familiar, but yes, Markham Regaltone.
That was definitely not familiar. Can you write that down for the record?
Yes. He was one of the older doctors in teaching some of the new Ensiles. Way back when.
And while you're at it, the name of the cat boys.
Opal and Mallow.
I would like to go speak with them. But I would like
Oh,
to
we definitely
know
should.
if you can assist me with something else.
Oh, sure. What else
We might
needs
need
doing?
We might need supplies. And if my shop here is going as well as I thought, you can go find it and get some. Barley's Apothecary. If they kept the same name.
Did you say your shop?
My shop, yes.
Didn't know you had one.
There's a lot about me you don't know. Now,
Oh,
you
yes.
should be able to get some free supplies, or at the very least discounted, if you go to that shop. Maybe ask them about what reserves where they have.
And what am I asking for?
Tell them Athalon sent you and that you're looking for supplies. Anything from the reserves will be fine.
Very cryptic. All right. I'll do it. And I'll meet you, where?
Meet me at the doctor's. If we haven't finished talking, then we can have your share of the questions as well. I doubt I'll be
Alright.
going anywhere anytime soon, so... do I recall where my shop set up?
That was my next question.
Yes, it would be on one of the upper streets. Trying to dig through my notes real quick here.
That's okay.
Yes, that is on Springwatch Road. And that was towards more or less the middle class sections of Still Tide.
I will relay this to Wembley.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the road what Ilden lives on. No.
I don't recall it, so I don't think so.
Alright. Springwatch.
Springwatch Road. It's pretty much the middle class section. Should be difficult to miss. Remember what I said. Athalon sent you. The boss needs supplies. If they ask anything else, then... I don't know. You'll figure it out. You're smart.
Well, that's quite kind, thank you. I'll head off.
Alright. I'll see you soon.
Toodle pip, cheerio.
Why did you become extremely British?
Didn't you know?
Pip cheerio.
All British people are halflings. Explains everything.
That's what Tolkien was, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was a halfling.
Yeah. And he invented halflings.
Yeah. See, I told you all halflings are English.
Mm-hmm.
They're all obsessed with eating beans on toast.
I don't like that.
Bane.
Yeah, I know Tolkien was fucking tall.
That's why his name was Tolkien.
Yeah. See? He knows.
I fucking get it.
As you do depart, Ethra will nod to you, and I will make sure to inter the body if tell you are ready to take him.
I didn't expect to be getting your assistance so soon, but hopefully we can keep working together in the future.
I was not expecting someone who has done what they've done to bring me a child with such earnest.
No child should be ripped from their life.
See it. Almost a mournful recognition and respect, realizing that you're not just tirading bandits, at least from what she first assumed.
That can change.
It changes now. Kill her.
Slice her
You've been
throat.
auto balance.
Why do I see the quick save in the top upper right of my eyes?
Son of a bitch. Just because we finally hit the save point with Jumpgate doesn't mean you need to do this to me. She will nod and go to properly intern Ben's body for the time.
I leave him in your hands. I'll return later this eve.
He will have all the respect.
Thank you. And I will start making my way towards the doctor, the apothecary, that is where the kids were staying, at last I recall.
That you do very quickly remember, and especially since so many people had traveled with Celeste, to this location, especially when she was improving her studies and more.
I imagine I set out probably like 20, nearly 30 minutes after Luke Wembley.
I would imagine so.
So I don't know who would get to their location first.
Probably you, because the doctor's office was on the higher side.
Right.
Well,
Once I arrive, I will give a curt knock on the door and await an answer.
with that, you would hear someone's footfalls quickly approaching. A slight jingle of metal. What? Seconds. Actually, quickly slide you over. It's been a while, and I've had this.
That battle map. You're about to get jumped.
By the children.
They break your legs and drag you away.
Oh god.
The doctor's not home. This is just the fucking Kevin McAllister encounter. 20
I just
traps
want to talk to you.
You just want to tell us about car insurance. Kill him.
No, Gecko is really good.
Gecko.
You would see this fully dressed man, but from the various tonics and other things that he's worked with clearly for the day. Does seem a little bit surprised. Evening. Might I help you? Are you? Oh, have you come for a funeral rite?
No funeral rites. I am probably covered in several bruises, cuts, and probably burn marks from our recent fight like an hour ago.
Very concerned, looking at you.
I'm looking for the children. They were friends of Ven. I think their names were Opal and Mallow.
Right. Well,
I only wish to speak with them. I have some unfortunate news.
come in. We do have a waiting room. I'll go get them.
Of course, thank you.
You step in.
I'll just like, yeah.
As he opens the other door. The full
I'll,
guest room.
Yeah, I'll sit down here by the window.
He will disappear for a time. You hear a couple of other doors open as he walks down the hall. Looking to go and find them.
As Elemental Hanson appears in the room and says, I hear you're looking to speak with some small
I
children.
can see.
That's right. We could shrink him down to.
Hooray!
Pebble in the side of the
Yes, vision.
Pebble
Double
room.
vision.
don't mind this. I brought my pet, the Rock, with me.
That's Rocky.
Can you smell what's cooking? Ignore him. He has no brain.
Can you smell it now, Mr. Krabs?
What is he saying? I don't know. He's tuning into frequencies from our He has brain rot.
Oh no. Ven Legacy.
What the? Yeah, Ben Legacy. Legacy. Quickly coming in. Small, looking probably a little bit younger than Ben, maybe. You would see Opal and Mal coming in as they look curiously at you. Take a seat. Hi, Opal. Mallow.
Hello, children. I'm not sure if you recall, but I'm Annette. I was one of Ven's friends. We traveled together for some time.
Oh yeah, he sent us a letter, and like Mallow holds up one part, and you see Ben's writing very clearly, especially from the journals and others that he's kept. Yeah, they sent us a griffin, and he holds up the wondrous figure that you see. That if we needed to, we could use it to help it protect us. We just got it yesterday.
Ben always was very thoughtful. Were you of the same tribe as Ven?
Yeah,
I think it was the Sun tribe.
it's the Sun Clan. Is something wrong?
I believe that you two were very close with Ven. I don't see why he would send you letters otherwise.
Yeah, we stay in touch and we go learn the best that we can. Ven was doing a lot of cool things. We were learning to become better doctors.
That in itself is a very noble and cool thing. But, there's no easy way to say this. But Ven is no longer with us.
Oh.
I wanted to take him back to his tribe. A sort of last respect for someone I felt so close to. I wanted to know if you could tell me how I could take him there.
We came on the water. And it's Goliath's farm. Oh. They're very kind to our clan.
The Gladsar, you said?
Yeah, the Goliaths, they let us pass. We're from Alzicras. Still pretty green up there.
I don't think I've been up that way, but it sounds nice.
Good understanding with the Goliaths as they keep a lot of the pirates away.
Alright.
So,
How receptive do you think your plan would be to me bringing Fen back?
I would prefer if they were able to do the rites. If you have the body.
We do. I've taken great care to make sure his body is as in best condition as it can be. Annette's kind of got some tears rolling up.
We'll kind of
Well,
come
if
over
anything-
to give you a little hug.
Oh, I give him a hug. I won't let anything else happen to him. This is the least I can do for all he has done for us.
I know his family might be upset, but at least he did the best he could before he had to go home.
Yes, I think you're right. I think in this world it's just a miracle that someone's willing to take him home.
Where is he right now? We could.
I can take you with me if you like. I took him to the Sun Temple.
I'd like to. I'd want to at least say thanks to him.
I think that he would like that as well. And it was Marsem, the apothecary fellow here.
Yes.
I think you should go and speak with him about going to the temple. I will wait for you in the hall to see if you are able to come. We will be here until tomorrow at the temple.
We'll be quick. Settle ears tucked down as they go to quickly tell them what is going on.
I go and sit in the chair out here next to the door. The rock follows me. Geodude.
It's only a few minutes that you wait as you hear the soft padding feet. They quickly come back out.
Stand up as they come out.
He said, "Don't worry about the rest of the day."
When you're ready to return here, I will bring you back safely.
It's always pretty exciting. And he's got to meet some of the people he talked about.
Well, they're not there at the moment. They're in a safe house somewhere else. It's just Wembley and I. I myself don't really have a use for this, but perhaps you could share it with each other. And from the bag that I took from Zen, pull out the the amulet of health.
Who does some? It's true. Socket has to take care of these children.
Here, you should
Poison?
eat these. Full of mold.
Ven would want you to eat these ancient pieces of hot
Hot
link.
dog.
Ven was always wearing it, so I think it's mostly because it was useful, but I think it would serve the both of you better than it would serve myself. I think he'd like to know that you're both safe.
Well, Bull still has the griffin in. I'll gently take it, pass it over to Mal so she can wear it.
Now, stay close, and we can head off.
Let's go.
I'll offer a hand for each of them to take if they wish.
I'll take it as you are walking down the street with them.
No. Get them there, nice and safe.
As you do arrive back in the temple where Hethra is, sees you with more of the Sun Clan and nods a little bit knowingly as she will guide them to their final goodbyes.
I will lead them to the, I assume the little altar where Ven is, and I will allow them to do their mourning, and I will take a seat in the background so they may do their own rituals and cultural farewells.
Hear them.
They set him on fire.
No! They lied to me!
That's right, return back to his people. Char, bro.
We're turning him into a hot dog, his favorite food. No!
Medium well. Not well
Leave
done,
him in
you
the bag
idiot.
For 3 weeks.
As they share excited stories, especially talking about things that you would assume that most other people don't know. Ben had been sending quite a number of letters out. All his escapades, things that, others would be surprised that any friend would know, or especially other close members of the clan. Though, obviously, still fairly upset, you can tell that there is a comfort, at least in being able to say goodbye. Even though definitely heartbroken, still leaving some parting gifts for him to take back home with him. Symbols that, especially for how many of them journey across the world, still bump into one another and share those stories, continuing on through the many lines. Even though it seems a little like forever. That 40 minutes passing, though slow, almost feels peaceful. even especially within the Temple of the Sun. As the room almost seems a little bit brighter. Even though it hangs heavy and fresh, this wound that has been caused. There's still at least a comfort knowing that it's very clearly being held in the right hands, even if it is heavy. With that, Opal and Mallow finally finish sharing their stories about what they've been doing and all they've been learning. They leave their final effects, one for Mallow, which seems to be almost a perfectly preserved plant, one that doesn't look like it was ever able to decay, almost frozen in time for how she's learned to be able to preserve things. The other one, Opal, leaving what looks like a successful potion that they had made, one with a more curious swirl, distinct look of magic to it. Maybe something that when they are going through their final rites that would join with them. As they would come back, mixture of happy and sad, and looking ready to go back home. I know if you get him back home as family, but they may be upset, but they'll still be happy that he made it back.
Like to think that. In the end, he was family to me as well.
If you need to get into contact with the Goliath so you can go by boat more quickly, we do have a way of getting a letter to them and letting them know.
If that were okay, then I think that would be of great help to get him home.
They have a respect. They would know. I'll write them a letter and let them know that you're coming.
How long do you think it would take to get to this place that we need to meet them?
Probably only about 3 days once the letter's sent.
All right.
Don't worry, they're only mean to dwarves anyway.
None of us are dwarves.
With that, they go to take your hand again.
I'll take their little hands and I'll guide them back home.
Once you carry them back home, Opal will gesture for you to take a seat. I'll write the letter and well, once it's sent, the boat will probably arrive at the Sapphire Docks.
I'll let the rest of my group know this. Sapphire Docks.
It's where we first arrived. As they go back in a few more minutes, as Opal finishes writing his letter, he'll bring him back out, hand it over to you. You see a particular scrawling, something you hadn't seen before, but seems to be on both sides of this letter. Most you would assume is that if maybe someone of their clan, or maybe if a Goliath saw it even, kind of like a silent message, like thieves would not mess with this, would respect its destination. Quiet agrees. They'll hold the letter out to you.
I will gently take it.
And arms outstretched to go ahead and give you one more big hug.
I'll take it.
I know he's gonna miss you guys once he gets back home.
Have the memories of our travels together. Well, I'm not sure that'll be enough.
I'm sure they're gonna be his greatest stories. Opal will finally break the hug and wander back deeper into the house.
I bid them a quiet farewell, and I will head back to the temple. Oh wait, I need to post this letter, don't I?
Yes.
I will go get that done.
The letter won't send itself.
After all, why shouldn't you keep it?
Why
I
should
should have enough time. It's still like daytime, so I should be able to post that pretty easily.
It's a one-of-a-kind item. You'll never get another one.
Well, I better hold on to it. I might need it for the boss fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just in case. With the Goliath, you hold it up.
Is that a letter? You may pass.
I will head off to some sort of postage office in order to post this letter.
With that, there are definitely plenty of other places, especially with Ben and everyone else writing out. Only 1 gold to send it out, but this, especially for the distance and location, so
Easy done. I need a drink. Just on the way back to the Sun Temple, I'll uncork the the wine, the elven wine again, and start drinking a bit more.
Sippy.
It's a big sippy cup.
little sippies.
Anyway, hang on. Get back to the Sun Temple. I'm good. I'm fine.
Nice.
Falling over, drunk and upset.
You're stumbling with purpose.
My son! My boy!
Caesar.
Look what they've done to my boy.
Caesar!
Caesar!
As others are collecting themselves for this pained and stretched day.
Is the shop where it is? Where she said it would be?
It's exactly where you expected. You see a curious group of people sitting out front. Looks like a couple thuggish types, as far as you can tell. They're just
Completely unsurprising.
playing cards.
Well, that's the sort of friends that it seems to be making.
Well, heading into this shop, you see it is quite delightful aside from the pair that is out front. Everything's very clean, well kept, organized. Seems much more on the up and up, and that the 2 thuggish brutes outside are just, making sure that there are no kind of smash and runners on the getting potions.
And they see a kind little old halfling man walking.
You see a very beautiful lady with
Oh,
what seems to be
Sleep with her.
it's a setup.
very
How could you?
very long teal hair. As she looks to you, and
Deal.
yes, teal. She looks to be that of the sea elf variety.
Oh,
Yeah, sea elf, not land elf. Sea elf.
Self.
how selflessy. No.
But she does look at you, bright, beautiful, almost like soft coral pink eyes. As the shop is being well kept, and she leans over the counter looking at you. Oh, can I help you?
Oh, hello. Top of the morning and all that. I was hoping that you could help Athlon. Treason.
And with that, you do see like a little shift in conjecture as she kind of looks back and forth, and kind of pulls well, it looks like a cord at first, but then you hear a bell ring. The 2 bouncers out front kind of close the door and stand in front of it.
Yep.
Wembley to his death.
So, what is required? She
It
looks
requires supplies. Got a long journey ahead. Reserve supplies if they must.
very well. With that, she will go and pull out a crate that is clearly meant for multiple other bottles, and when transporting and shipping, still has these brands of hay inside. And starts loading up what seems to be a couple of various healing potions of varying variety and power.
Alright.
As well as a few others of curious nature. I will make a quick list right now. As she is grabbing what seems to be any form of overstock or something that might be useful.
2 regular, 2 grating healing potions, 4 bricks of cocaine.
Methamphetamine.
Ritalin.
Oh.
While you're getting this list up, Wembley will get a sending from myself.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just I've spoken with the children. We'll have transportation arrive at the Sapphire Dock in 3 days. Potentially. I'll keep an eye on it till then.
Yeah, alright. I'm at the place now. Just getting me some potion.
No response, because I'm out of spell slots.
Fair enough. Some healing potions I recognize and some I don't. See you in a bit.
Everyone gets potions.
Didn't pour a shitload of money into these businesses for nothing.
It is true.
You're funding some sort of thieves guild, aren't you?
No.
I know you. Oh, damn. Nice.
Damn, I really could have used those earlier.
Well, you get them now.
we didn't know we'd need them.
I mean, Ben definitely used one of them before.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's still going.
Goddamn right. And the final one that she would put in there.
Love to see it.
The brick of cocaine.
Yep, that's the cocaine.
One that you plant on the suspect.
You sprinkle it. But she fills up this crate, puts on the lid, and well, scrolls something on a letter. Taps on top of the box and puts it on with a little bit of a wax seal. Anyone asks you about it, just show them that letter. Should cover it. And tell the boss thank you. Business as well.
I'll be passing that on. And thank you for your service. Have a good day.
You too. And she goes
Why
to.
the fucking shit I?
Heel turns to continue her work within the shop. The two thugs open up and go back to playing cards and pretend like nothing has happened whatsoever.
That's my boys.
And Wibbly carries the crate out like he's not doing something illegal. It feels illegal, and he has no idea if it is.
And Freedy stops you. So, what are you doing with that many potions?
It feels like I just did a drug deal, but all of these items are legal. So why does it feel like it?
Sir, what are you doing with all these potions? Struggling?
How are you faring, struggler?
I'll go back to the church.
You definitely find Annette probably 15 cups deep from the wine.
God damn.
Okay, I'm that deep. Let's go. I'm still strong, baby.
I'm still stand.
Drunker than I ever was.
Where were these saves when I needed them earlier?
For
What
real.
were they saying when you had a meteor swarm dropping on you?
Probably got like a quarter of a bottle left, if that.
The elven wine's gonna kill you. The
That's
elves
fine.
got that super liver.
Super.
That's why we kill them. We harvest them for the liver.
Oh, it's a good aphrodisiac.
But like, it's really like tender. It's manicured by centuries of alcoholism.
You put any liquid into the liver and pour it out like the end, and it just turns into alcohol. Instant fermentation from the liver of the elf.
That's why mummy rot is a fable. They're all preserved by chronic alcoholism.
Oh no.
They're not trying to hurt you. They're just checking you for alcohol and you die. Like, please.
I need a
Please.
drink.
You know how dry I feel like this?
I've been cold turkey for 800 years.
Alright, Wembley sets down the crate in front of Annette. This is for you, or us, I suppose. And she says, business is going well.
Good. At least there aren't any issues on that end.
Aren't you, little entrepreneur?
I own several shops like this, and not just in Stilltide.
If you
I'll
were
open
one
up
of
the
mine,
letter.
I'd be proud. Actually, I could be proud anyway. Good job.
You wouldn't be proud if you knew how I got them.
That's why I'm not gonna ask.
Good boy. And I will open my letter.
And get a delightful surprise of glittering bottles.
Oh no.
And they explode!
No. The letter is a glitter bomb.
Teehee.
It's just the usual stuff. Freight, where it's going, etc.
Pretty much. You do see,
Anything in Thieves' Cant on there?
I was about to say, as you do kind of read it over.
I do it.
The secret letter for you. But, yes, especially for other pieces that they've been keeping tabs on, you get a brief update that what looks like a reference of a cash amount is actually the number of shards of the meteor that they've been able to account for within Stilltide. Higher class nobles and other lower class nobles that have been a part of this, and that concerningly, there have been many of them muttering rumors that there was a magma ruby afloat, and that many were desperately trying to find it. They are aiming to converge on a group that they feel has the most semblance of a hint on it, even though there's been some rumors trying to dispel that.
these... Would this group they're going to converge on be related to us, or perhaps even one of my boys?
Roll me an insight.
My best fucking thing.
No.
Holy shit!
You very much realize that the shards of the meteor are probably converging or aiming to converge on you or your party's location as soon as they possibly can.
There's a team of spec ops outside the church.
You're watching me read this fucking letter about like rights and materials and stock and shit, and I'm like, well, it looks like we're being hunted by the shards of the meteor now.
Stock price is that bad, huh?
No, because they've heard rumors of a magma ruby, and they believe we are in possession of it. So they're looking to hunt us down at the earliest convenient time for themselves.
I thought the others were going to keep Blood Fury from talking.
You really believe that?
Or maybe it was something else. I don't know.
I will reach into my bag of holding and I'll pull out a glistening like meteorite shard in the shape of a key. Some time ago I was given this so that I could meet with those bastards. Back when I wasn't too sure if I wanted to make connections with them or not.
Alright, alright.
I'm not sure if it still works, but it would get us into the heart of their operations as far as I'm aware. To meet their leader. But I have no intention of meeting their leader at this point in time. And I don't know what I want to do with them just yet either. I feel like removing them would be good, but everything has its use. But I want to learn more first, before I make any choices.
I think if you brought this to the others' attention, they would all agree on violence.
Most likely. As far as I'm aware, they worship Daedalus. And Daedalus just killed Ven. If that really was this creature. So I feel like making my own plans to get rid of them. And I have others who are willing to assist.
You know, I think we should go and talk to Socket about it at some point. I'm pretty sure he'll have a better idea of what that was all about.
Perhaps. But right now, I'm not sure how far I trust Socket.
This is also true.
But I also have something I need to do. If you could look after things here for a bit. It's just a little drop-off job, but...
Or I'll, watch over Ven.
I will put on my mask of disguise and I will turn into a dragonborn that I have seen in passing.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
No object permanence.
Looking
Is that,
at
is
you
that
as
the
it
crown
happens.
of lies?
A dog looking at the owner as they throw the blanket in the air.
Yeah.
I would like to go find a Crushing Tide safe house or anywhere I can find one of the members that are not just fucking street peddlers.
For that, you have a couple locations, not in the higher sections, but would journey a little bit further down, knowing a few locations kind of in the middling sections of towns. The middle class area where they have merchant fronts, much like your own shop owner, but obviously the higher up, kind of like the captain who keeps the mercantile section kind of tapped and listened to.
I wouldn't mind going to the captain then.
Especially heading to one of the more well-known stores, especially for the fact that you know the other symbols and secrets.
Yeah. Basically, what I would like to do is I have Vina Darkwell's keyring, which gives total access to her home.
What's left of it?
What's left of it. And I want to give that over to them so they can see if there's anything left that they might be able to find to use.
You do see this, no. You almost mistake him for a dwarf and you realize that he's just a really short fucking human. Half balding and a beard that would probably put a dwarf to shame.
Wow.
None. If we find anything, bring it to you.
If you find anything that's useful for you guys, keep it. But if you think that I could use it, just let me know.
Right. Let's see if we
there
can.
any dirty secrets there that we missed, you let me know straight away.
Trust me, we'll find it. We'll be up the carpets if we have to.
As always, just don't get caught. It's difficult enough breaking you guys out of jail when I have to.
A few have learned, others, not so much.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
She's stubborn.
Unfortunately, it makes up one of her best qualities.
I'd watch your back around her. Still spitting venom.
I don't care. She'll learn to respect me one way or another.
It's fair. They will proceed on as they are getting their various agents together to go and collect what they can from me and assisting.
Speaking to him in Thieves' Cant, I will let him know that if I am needed, I am currently at the Sun Temple. And there is a high priestess there who I have also hired to help in case any of them are wounded. And to show her the utmost of respect.
Be on our best behavior and make sure to send out better behaved agents.
Exactly. Because if I hear that anyone has misbehaved, I will deal with them personally.
But roll me an intimidation.
It's my favorite fucking skill. Like,
You definitely see him shrink back a little bit, like, message has definitely been received.
I'll be out of town for a bit soon.
I'll keep our ear to the ground. Make sure things are still shaking and moving.
Good. The more damage we can do to those Afridi, the better.
Kind of on the back foot right now, so this is the best of time.
For the first time in a long time. plan to keep that pressure on. I'll give him a nod, and I'll start heading back to the temple. And other people can do things now.
Yay! We freed them from doom scrolling YouTube for 3 hours.
Oh, exactly. I'll be back in a sec.
As back down at the Blood Fury estate. A nice little cabin on the lakeside. You do.
Well, if I'm not about to be assassinated, I'd like to go to the bookstore.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, if the assassination is queued up for as soon as we resume, like.
Oh, no. They gotta find where the fuck you're at first. Then they try to assassinate.
Yeah, true. I didn't know if there was a man, like, in the couch with a knife already, like.
As we pull Red Wedding, and it turns out that the character trying to kill you is Jake's new character.
That would be funny.
But you can very easily go to find a bookstore in Arapon. It is a respectable thing, but you could tell that they have mostly in the front of, especially for their location, kind of more romantical books pushed towards the front and some more poetic, as this area of the world seems to be more kind of like a private retreat or somewhere to break away from the city and more forested areas.
That's not what I want at all. I want probably the worst thing you could hear a wizard ask for.
Spells.
No.
Oh,
I don't know the fucking hell the soul works.
oh god. Oh god. They look a little surprised. As they look at you
Do you
as
have anything about the soul? No, I'm not talking about the romantical kind.
they look very concerned, looking back and forth. Are you that kind of wizard?
No. What do you mean? Do you think I'm going to, like, turn myself into a skeleton or something?
Don't worry about it. Let's see. As he goes to start shifting through some of the books. With that, they will land upon, well, effectively, godly dominions and the souls with it. This would be about the closest understanding I could think of that we might have. Discussing about the soul and afterlives, what happens to them.
It might be close to what I need. I'll take it.
So need 5 silver.
Okay. I'll give him 5 silver.
Any other reads that might interest you in?
No, not right now. Thank you for your time.
You should have a lovely day. You see him, like, half measuring, looking around quizzically. Yeah. Are there wizards nearby? Kind of shit.
Lisa right outside. I'm debating as to whether or not I want to go visit Soleus.
Hmm.
You know what? Sure. Soleus has something very specific I want.
Visiting her homestead, you know.
Yeah, her doctor's office. It's operating hours, I assume.
Effectively. Let's see. There we are. I was like, I swear I still had this.
Yeah, surely you do.
It's like one of my earliest maps.
Yeah, probably.
Back when Mel was a part of my games.
Now they're gone.
Since you've been gone, Celeste has been doing war crimes.
In the end, war crimes might be what we need.
Alright, what's that? So grab the pebble so everyone can see. God damn, this is like one of my upper first maps. Alright.
I assume I probably short rested and healed myself.
Oh, definitely. You definitely had a number of hours to make yourselves ready.
I'll just, walk up and knock on the door. Actually, wait, did we just go in last time? I don't remember.
I believe you knocked because she still kept a modest tone.
Yeah, okay.
Because it is still a professional practice. You will hear someone calling, "Coming!" Opening the door. A familiar, unseen face for some time. You see Stillates. Oh, it's you. I only just recently got the other parts. I haven't had time to practice the Stitcher.
I can only guess what that's about, but this is about something different and slightly connected.
Oh! Then I guess Cecilia didn't send you. Alright, didn't come in.
Nope. I mean, I'm in the know enough to know what he's probably having you do, so...
I would imagine it's not exactly a common request. But please come in, have a seat. Do you need a drink or anything?
No, it's already been a long day.
What happened then? You, don't remember you looking as distraught.
Ben died today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Did you visit a cleric or anything?
He can't be fixed, at least not by normal means.
Oh. I'm very sorry. Was it Ilmero or whatever was chasing Wembley?
No, his soul got torn apart.
Mm-hmm. I guess the use of the soul stitcher might have more than one purpose then by the time I've done.
Maybe that, but I would like to glance over the books you have about the soul if you could spare them, and I know you have the other half of Judith's research notes. I would like to copy them.
She looks at you a little bit wide-eyed and like, are you sure you want to delve into that?
If there's a chance I can fix him, I want to try.
Right. Well, I do have a copy that I've made already, because any good medical researcher makes sure that if something happens to the original, they have a backup. I'll go get those copies for you.
Thank you.
She will scooch out the multiple pitter patter of feet hitting the wood and then onto stone. Into her office. So she will collect all the bits of information. You could definitely look around. You see quite a number of new specimens that have been added to her little formaldehyde wall. Various books that have been expanded upon, some more recent or fresh, other theoretical notes, and a large mixture of arcane and more.
She has the nicest house, like damn.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to live here? This is nice. It's ritzy.
As by Mel's specifications when I made them up.
Books on every wall.
Damn right. That's what she wanted. See the kitchen.
Books are like the perfect decoration for like a house, 'cause, like they look good even if you aren't gonna read them. So you got like that very different like colors,
It just
different
makes you look
heights.
refined.
It makes you look cool as well. It's like, look at my collection of the written word.
Pretty much. But Celeste will come on back as she has a large stack of books underneath her side. She will go to set them down. She takes her seat once more. There seems to be about 5 books in total, each with unique breakdowns from what you could tell, as well as different signatures, references to Judith's work, as well as her own added study as she was reading over the research and things that seemed that they were maybe possibly theoretically wrong or had to be corrected in their alterations, especially for the reverse work that she's trying to do for, well, you assume it's leading, especially in the mention of the Soul Stitcher.
In your professional opinion, do you think it's possible to stitch somebody's soul back together, even if you don't really know where the pieces are?
Well, in theory, yes, but definitely take time. We'd still need more steel thread, in a way, to mend it. Or at
What is
least
the thread made out of?
she kind of grimaces and, much like the orbs you collected, more like refined souls, allows the body to mend.
So we would, in theory, have to essentially do something awful to somebody else. Or ourselves, I suppose. It's not like we couldn't do it to ourselves, too.
Also a powerful thing that's not easy to manipulate one, never mind heal or refine it. That's why it's usually within the god's domains to do such thing or impart such gifts or returning one of them to us. I do have some research on it, but the most other I could offer that might be able to do it would be different forms of arcane thread. When I do stitch work and mend a cut or a wound, that after time it would be able to heal and I could pull out the metal threads. I've not worked with a soul like that before, but it might work theoretically the same.
Yes, but I suppose first we're going to have to find where the fragments actually went. I don't even know where to begin on that.
How was he taken?
Did you hear about the explosion that happened earlier? I'm sure it's gotten around. It's been an hour or two, hasn't it?
I assumed somebody else was attacking the city, maybe the Afridi, but it seems
so.
by the burning fires in the distance.
It was a manifestation of Daedalus.
I thought he was just a rumor.
He was real. I saw him. He nearly killed all of us, and he ripped Ven's soul apart.
Sorry. Doubt you, but especially for that, if I'm not sure what would be there to bend.
Well, I got nothing but time, and I would hate myself if I didn't try.
Yeah. Just be cautious with those books.
I'm not going to do anything that would make him unhappy. If I can't bring him back properly, I don't want to do it at all.
Yes, unfortunately, with a lot of her work, it seems that she's done unwilling bindings of souls. So it would be very frail work.
Well, you have my thanks for letting me borrow all of this.
Of course. And if you see Usilie, let them know that I'm making good progress. I've managed to unthread one of the heart orbs a little bit, but it's a very delicate process.
Okay, I'll let them know. Thank you. So I will slide the books into my backpack, the haversack of holding. I don't really know where else better I have to be, but I don't want to hold you up any longer.
Well, I mean, I have time if you want reference to some of the notes I've taken.
Well, if you're busy, I'd welcome the help.
Please. As she will help you pour over the Judith's research notes. Things that she's been able to figure out with the Soul Stitcher and the other work. Which, clearly she has spent a copious amount of time studying, especially on some requests.
I assume I also would have told the servant back at the safe house that I was probably going here and to the bookstore.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't know when Acelia would be back.
Easy to pursue. With that, we slide over to a slide.
We do?
Yes.
What?
Hey,
No, I don't want Rosie to play. Skip.
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 Veto.
Skip. We don't allow
Vote
anyone.
to skip.
You got all the cinematic setup of everything. There is a great deal of time that's passed. I would imagine for Acelia, you've probably spent some time looking out over the water, collecting your thoughts. What is Celia thinking exactly at this moment as they are gathering themselves?
I think they'd be just enjoying the calming waters and voicing random stray thoughts to siblings they never really knew.
As you are voicing your thoughts, collecting yourself, and possibly getting more private reciprocations. You feel a gentle presence. This almost.
Oh, I don't want to be fucked.
This
Wait.
this woman softly comes into your view from the side corner of your vision as she goes to take a gentle seat. It has been quite a while, hasn't it?
And don't turn to look. I just assume it's like one of the house servants. Have we met before?
On a beach. You've asked for my help. I've come to answer. After thinking on it.
Oh. My apologies for my curtness then.
I can sense the sorrow in your heart, and I'm... well, not begrudged.
I lost a friend recently. I was unaware it was going to hurt so much.
Many people do think themselves impervious to such things. It's nice to know that you still feel it, though, isn't it?
I feel like I was made not to be.
Yet here you are. Surprisingly, those pieces were never torn out. Though you thought they were. Maybe just a little quiet.
As you surmise, I do find myself wondering just how much of these feelings are my own.
As I've said, I was having to give my answer. Yes, I can provide for one while the other takes over. Once you figure out how you wish to proceed with it. I imagine you don't want me to wistfully tear you apart without knowing which belongs to which.
I have someone working on returning them to their rightful bodies.
Mm. And the body that you had requested for me to make ready?
Just I have a small understanding of what I've been contracted to, and I don't feel like there wouldn't be any repercussions for breaking them away from it. Someone will need to watch out for them.
Granted. The one who brought you together did forcefully make you, was not a willing contract. More or less her own of making you. I know the other tries to lay claim to you, but especially within the Fey Court of itself, you are a free agent. You swore no such oath, promised nothing. Well, maybe for hunting mages, but that wasn't exactly to her, more or less to, the Creator.
Your insight is quite welcome. I don't recall any oaths I have or haven't sworn.
I see. To try to argue it, for sure, but especially for Celestial and other court, they would have no claim or argument. I would imagine you're not going around and just slaughtering innocent people either.
Not anymore.
Oh, did little Wembley help you with that?
Him and everyone else.
He is as headstrong as he is short to be able to change you on your course.
Well, I think the shock of learning about my creators was the main instigator for change.
Well, I guess you're quite fortunate in that front.
They made themselves a target. The hypocrisy of my own orders became apparent. I had no choice but to start to question things.
It was difficult, especially with laws that seem to be set in stone, black and white. It's always something. Breaks it, erases it, weathers it away.
You sound quite used to such things.
I've had my own sister betray me. Things that we promised each other. Kingdoms that would flourish. Ah, she had a beautiful one here. It's really unfortunate she had to leave it all to rot. And of course, much like twins, we are always opposite to each other. I have always had the night, she's always had the daylight.
Forgive my rashness, but are you talking about Ilmarrow?
Ilmarrow is her student.
One above her, then?
Yes. Ilmarrow was part of the rot. Clinging to traditions, fearing to be forgotten. My sister is as timeless as me and the sun. She brought warmth to the land. She was quite warm and kindred, especially to, one of your kind that you've lost in your group.
Right.
That's why they were always so kind between the elves and them.
Of course, the Sun Clan. That makes sense.
I know most people would assume that I'd expect some tricksy wish. But even I grow tired of the rot and depression that seizes this land. Only wishing to return it back to its lush, beautiful landscapes. Even if some do not appreciate the Feywild's plants and more aggressive foliage. Of course, older dreams for older women.
I think I get a little more why people are so mistrustful of you if such a radiant bringer of warmth and sunlight would leave us all to this.
Yes. Leave it to an acolyte who would try to bring a corpse to life. Dust and ash, and wraiths and shadows. Out of personal interest, I would gladly await when you are ready. Curious to see what sickness can be undone from one of the darker and crueler shadows that has graced this world.
Well, I tell you I'd get in contact once the deed is done, but there won't be a me to contact you, nor a contract to provide the power to do so.
Would you take up one with me now? For your safety. I give my honor as a queen that I would not misuse, misguide, or request indignant or corrupting things of you.
Before I accept, I would like to make one thing clear. This is not for my safety. It's for theirs.
For a more noble soul to keep guidance over. You have my word.
And you have mine. Or ours, I suppose I should say.
Whichever one wishes to proceed. And of course, the other would be free to go.
That is a choice they'll have to make when they become themselves again.
True enough. When you are ready. She will gently reach for what looks like one of the stars from her gown. Pluck it out like a gem. And offer what looks like a small star to you in gem form, shimmering brightly.
I reach out and I eat it. I'll
I'll take a
take
star
it carefully.
and eat it.
You need my protection most. Use it.
All right. Thank you for your help.
There is a very faint shimmer. And even with the slowest blinks of an eye, she is gone before you even have any other chance to see something else.
relax back into my seat and just inspect this star she's given me.
Definitely magical in nature. But feeling almost like the cool breeze at night, the comfort you would feel
Uh-oh.
as if.
Uh-oh, Josh is going robot.
The Warforged
Oh,
have
man.
claimed
Help
another...
me, brother!
They got him.
Can you change the location of the Discord?
Help me.
You're
The
okay
I
now.
like
machines are
that help
rising.
me came through perfectly.
I love that.
Region override on this channel is US West.
That's funny.
We left it there because we
It was the most
we didn't
safe
really
choice.
use it. Anyway, you sound normal again. So.
All right. But yes, especially examining the gem. The Starlight Gem. Feels comforting. Like a soft, cool breeze at night as you would relax in a cool bed. Something that would comfort you and lull you to sleep gently.
Strange gift to leave someone who does not sleep.
Exactly.
Time to go to bed.
Perhaps with this, you might be able to.
Oh,
Oh, you've been nerfed. You have to sleep now.
get fucked.
It's a choice. What does challenge rating mean anymore, Wembley? When a CR1 monster possesses a level 20 paladin and he gets decapitated by his friend.
I don't fucking know.
I really want to play another wizard now to use the CR0 from Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Huge Snail, as my familiar. It does nothing except for be large and have high strength.
Be
What's
large.
its movement speed?
10 feet.
Oh god.
That's more than I thought.
Well, it is pretty big.
Yeah. It is also vulnerable to salt.
Of course.
Goes near the ocean, dies. Goes on a beach, dies.
Well, it's a good thing he's familiar, you know, it won't matter.
Goes near the local diner, dies.
He also has 52 health.
Holy.
That's actually fucking insane.
You'll never catch me, not when I shift into maximum overdrive.
The day will drift on. The sun's starting to get low. Would everyone be heading to the Blood Furious estate in Aeropod?
I mean, I guess the two of us, they would be going there normally, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody's told me that's a threat to my life, so I mean, you know, I'm just gonna go back there. It's probably fine.
One by one, some a little more inebriated than others. Heading out to Aeropod, able to find the Blood Fury's cabin estate. knowing full well that in about 3 days, a boat will arrive to take you northward up the river.
Hooray.
As you do
We must.
arrive
That's
one by
fine.
one, I was sorry.
I was just about to say something stupid. I'm sorry.
Throw a vent on the bonfire, keep everyone warm.
Of course.
Genius.
One by one, Marilyn would welcome you in. Dinner is made well and ready. A couple of nice fish that have been prepared. A couple of other vegetables as well. As she looks to the rest of you. Would you want any drinks?
It's happened again. Josh.
Oh,
The Warforged.
help me, brother!
Ruining everything again.
No!
Oh, man.
They can't keep getting away with this.
No! Help me!
Oh,
The fuck?
We good?
a server
I
change.
lost connection for a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on
Yes.
purpose.
I think
Discord server change. Yes, you sound better.
Yeah.
Discord shit in a brick.
Oh yeah, brick and shit and das pooping. But the dear guard maid, as she looks to everyone else. She is curious, especially for the more somber attitude of some. If you prefer drinks, I can open up the liquor cabinet and leave it at your discretion.
Yes, I think so tonight. Of all nights.
Very well, my lord. She will be sure to go and lock that, leaving many a strong drink at your discretion in use. If you have request of anything else, please ring the bell.
Of course.
Sure. Leave you to enjoy your meal and drink as much as you like.
In moderation. In moderation.
As Annette is now starting to wobble heavily.
That should
That
have
was
been an
that's
8.
still
That was
standing.
yeah, that would have been an actual 8. Without the because that should have been a save, not a con chilling.
Mm-mm.
Hi. What are you doing?
Annette is so drunk she starts meowing.
Vasily,
She starts playing
shoot
with the
a
pet
mind thing
cat.
for a second. I have a message for you.
Sure. Telepathically link to Azure.
I talked to Soleus. They're progressing well on the project you have them on. They're apparently currently unraveling something called Heart Thread.
Ah, excellent.
That's it.
I don't know what that is, but
I don't know either.
if they think it means progress.
I didn't know if you wanted anybody else to know. That's why I did this. Anyways, that's it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So we're just going to what is their homeland called technically? I don't think I ever heard him call it by name.
Back home, we call it the Savage Lands.
The Savage Lands.
It's full of savages.
We should probably not call
Savages,
it that when we live
savages.
there.
They're not like you and me, which means they must be evil.
Oh, you won't, you fucking whore. You're going to Mount Everest to get some water, aren't you?
No.
drink.
Oh, not again.
No! Stop him! Somebody stop him!
Mount Everest will never be the same after he drinks all their ice.
He walks through the Monsters Inc. door. Welcome to the Himalayas!
Monsters Inc. be like, the only way we can generate energy is with screams, not with our interdimensional doors we have. There's no way we could generate energy with these. Literally just go through the door and like plug your entire nation's power grid into the nuclear power plants of the world.
No, it's you know why they would have stopped doing it that way? They would have opened a door in Chernobyl's. Just that this is the one unfortunate monster who opened the door into the Chernobyl power plant on the day and was like, oh.
Oh. Well, the door was still open. That was the problem.
You did close the door. It got stuck open because like a pipe fell down.
Well, it has to be open for the cable to come through.
Oh, yeah. That was what it was like in like the 80s. Well,
But yeah, like
60. I think it was 64 actually.
So, somehow the monsters, they have interdimensional travel and the ability to trap sound waves as energy.
It was 86. It was 86. That's
It's
it.
like, you couldn't think of any better way to generate energy than scaring children.
No. What about kinetic energy? No. It's exhausting. Rather scare a child.
Can't do it.
Scaring a child must be a very rich energy source. Like, you must be 100 thorium power plants running at full capacity.
You go to the local gas mart so that way you can have a megaphone scream into your car to refill it.
Also, surely you could probably just negotiate with the human government to, like, get a treaty or something.
You think that we would be that forthcoming? We
You
can't.
saw
We
what
don't even
happened
like
in Devil
people
May
that
Cry.
are slightly different to us.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that you can transcend the racism barrier with cool aliens a lot easier.
I don't know.
We like to
The
terrorize
monsters
people
successfully end
that are
racism
different.
by making all of humanity team up against them.
That is how the Imperium of Man starts.
Savages,
Hell
savages.
yeah.
I'm going to turn all the monsters into servitors.
Rightfully so.
What is the monster's purpose? Forklift servitor.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Violence is the question, and this sword I'm holding is the solution. I'm never gonna finish my religion training. I have 3 days left.
It ain't happening,
Impossible.
Chief. And you could come to the temple where I am, but I haven't told anyone about that. So.
I mean, it's like I could technically do it, but I don't really know if I'm in the mood for academic learning.
At this current time.
Oh yes, I would love to learn about different religions and their practices right now while I'm depressed as fuck.
Of
You
course.
just gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps, man.
Yeah, just pull yourself up by your boots. If you think about it, actually, adventurers do literally do that. We pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and make like 100,000 gold in an afternoon by breaking into a mansion. We're just like, whoops, money.
Was this legal? I don't know.
Everything's legal until you get caught.
I found this in international waters. But you're in the middle of a forest. Shut the fuck up.
Did you see me pick it up? Well, no, not technically. Same international waters.
That's exactly right.
You
Question
can't
me
do
again. I'm
both
gonna
of them.
find you in international waters.
Found it over there. Trust.
There's nobody else here, so this is international waters right now. You're about to be buried. It's like in Skyrim. In Skyrim, when the one commoner sees you murder somebody, it's like bounty added to the air, and you chase them down. Just like, get back here. Don't you dare
Accidentally
report
stepped on
my
a chicken. White run bounty. Oh. Don't go less to me.
I tried playing Skyrim recently. Did like a shield only build.
I love doing that with magic. Shield mage.
Well, no, you just do shield bash to kill everything.
It sounds like
sounds
it took a
painful.
very, very long time to do anything.
Surprisingly, it actually did good damage, and it was actually really good. But it could not deal with multiple targets. I would get murdered because I was playing on the highest difficulty to see how good I could do. And
Okay. Yeah.
if you eat a vegetable soup, your stamina regen is fast enough that you can endlessly shield bash. And with power bash, the enemy is staggered for longer than it takes for you to do another bash, so you can just bash them to death. Against a single enemy, you cannot lose. You just sprint up and start smashing your shields.
Found it very fun to just master my alteration magic. And, you get double, quadruple, fucking sextuple fucking armor from your alteration magic if you're not wearing any armor, but the shield counts as a weapon, not armor, though it does give you armor. So you just get
Let's take it
a
back.
fuck ton of armor.
Yes.
Oh. I liked playing a mage just to summon multiple storm atronachs to attack everything.
Always
It's like,
funny.
go my minions, kill them. The conjuration is really good at high difficulty. Because it seems to also scale your minions.
I was
I mean,
doing the classic old Oblivion thing when I was going through the remake, where I just used the summoning to summon myself some bound gear and then just damage it, repair it, drop it, have it forever. It's like,
Yeah, your 0-weight Daedric armor and weapons.
yeah, does a fuckload of damage even at low skill.
I'm glad they didn't fix that. That's great.
They're almost like every bug that was in the original is still there.
Do the paintbrushes
Some
still
of them
have
they
physics?
rebuilt them. They had to replicate the bug effect in many cases.
I mean, I'm 100% happy they actually did that instead of just fixing all of the bugs. Because it's like most of them were just an optional thing you could do because it was fun. You don't have to do them. It's like that. That honestly makes me respect the remaster a lot more. That they actually recreated the bugs. It's great. So anyways, also you can have a deer as a familiar. Just a deer. Oh,
It's no giant snail.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny because it's just the idea that a wizard walks in. It's like they just have a deer next to them. It's just like a regular medium deer. Just like, hey, this is my familiar.
Pet
Like,
deer.
okay. Does it do anything beneficial for you? No. It eats books.
Follows me.
Okay.
Oh,
Welcome back.
So, is assuming many are partaking, or well, not many. Clearly, Annette partaking in drinks.
I'll have a bit. Probably the same amount, but keep it down much better.
Most definitely, especially after Annette's much more intense drinking, to the point of like basically being near fall over drunk at this point.
Yeah.
There, it's all right. Drink your woes away.
I'm not drinking. So anyways, we're just going to go all the way over there. I did sort of meet Fenn's mother through sending. So I could let them know we're coming.
Definitely should. I mean, kinda, yeah, but like, is that the shock of like arriving and showing them in person? Is that worse?
I don't really know exactly, like, because like, I'm thinking like real life. It's like, would I rather get the text message from like a friend that like my son just died, or would I like rather be like, hey, could you come down to like the police station? Something's happened. Like, let's talk or something. But it's like I feel like at that point you'd also assume the child's dead.
Discretion.
Yeah, I guess we can consider. We can use Dream to deliver the message.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, that's a bit. I don't know.
Look at this
Your child.
3D
Your
rendering of
child.
your child dead on the floor.
I render Fenn's
Exactly the way they were when I saw them.
Burnt to cinders.
I remember the way they died perfectly. Let me show you.
With the powers of keen mind, I can recreate every detail on his burned body as I saw it, down to the last tiny bit. His charred flesh is photorealistic. Observe for yourself.
You can even
And you might
smell
ask,
burning
why does
flesh.
why does his charred body smell like cooked pork? That isn't me making it pleasant. That is, in fact, what it
What
smelled
it smelled
like.
like.
I cannot
Would you
actually
like a
forget.
taste?
I took a feat for this. I literally cannot forget it. Please
I
help.
also
You
tasted
want
his
to
charred
forget, but you
flesh for
cannot.
authenticity.
Have a taste yourself. It's only a dream after all.
Yeah, it's not
That means
really
it's
your
okay.
son's. You can eat it.
It's only
You
a
will-
dream.
You will, however, be condemned to hell, giving into this temptation.
How fucking dare you?
Me sitting on a plane going across the Atlantic, and I cast the spell, contact outer plane to talk to the plane next to ours.
That would be insane. As the name
Okay,
character.
when do we hire a new person?
Right?
Do we
Oh,
actually
not
need
for another
somebody
few
else?
episodes.
Look. We gotta go through the Naruto stretch.
Is he locked up in a cage in a side quest we just haven't found yet?
Is he gonna try to kill one of us when we wake up?
All of the above.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
He's locked in a cage, but he's still gonna try and kill you.
I like his attitude. He's in. He's locked in a cage, but he didn't give up. That's the kind of energy we need.
He's still just a rat in a cage.
Despite all our rage, we're all just rats in the cage.
You can carry forth on the day as the night will bring heavy hearts and means some steadiness, especially with the drink and others who are collecting themselves, others with new information shared across the board. So you will have time to more. Make ready. For the next 3 days, you'll have full run of what you wish to do at the estate. If people are just taking some time to collect themselves, know things a little bit better, or be fully propped up in this situation by drink or other, is understandable. With those 3 days, they'll pass quickly unless there is something anyone would wish to do between that time.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I got nothing. We sad, we brewed. That's it.
Alright.
Yeah. We all pick a different spot in the manor to look out the window wistfully.
Poor Lord. Horrible feelings. What?
Feelings.
Ah! With Ned drinking for 3 days straight.
Annette's liver requesting a
Suicide a revivification diamond, please. Kill me.
Please, you have to have somebody clone me. I'm going to fail you.
I have failed you.
The cirrhosis will take me soon.
I would spend 3 days interrogating Socket, but he's not mentally present.
Yeah, like, I really feel like that if Socket was actually here, most of us would be very angry at Socket.
Yeah. Kind of gets a pass at the moment.
And T-poses inanimate somewhere in the corner of the city.
Every time we walk towards him, he blue screens. I'm like, damn it.
But on the 3rd day, as you make your preparations, head to the sapphire docks that you were informed of. It would not be long waiting that you would see a particularly sizable longship. On the bow of this longship, you would see a much more gruff-looking captain. Someone who is heavily armored from head to toe, from what you could tell. Either a chain or plated helm would be covering most of them. It is hard to ignore the fact that the people who have come to pick you up for this destined return home is a ship filled with Goliaths. Many of them stern-faced, but still serious. You can see a few others that have stepped off, and they go to a odd-looking warehouse off to the side of the Sapphire Docks. Start collecting a few supplies as a few other people kind of just nod. There's a brief exchange of purses there. As they start loading up, this 9-foot-tall man walks up, kind of looks silently to the rest of you. A little expectantly, like he's assuming you have something that he's waiting for.
On the thing.
The thing? thing. I sent
We have a thing to show them or a name to tell them.
The one time I put you in charge of transportation, this is what you pull.
I mean, you can roll an insight if you like, because it's a very odd thing.
Man.
Damn, you're rolling out of your mind.
You
Maybe
can,
for Ven.
very weirdly enough, he's expecting to see the dead you're transporting.
Of course. All right. I will. God, would we have brought Ven with us to the docks? I feel like we.
Yeah,
would
we
have.
even transporting him. How would we not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're literally here
So,
to. We're literally taking him here to go.
Over here.
Yeah. I wasn't. I was thinking there's a possibility they'd come and get him themselves, but
There's no
no,
way
we-
they would walk all the way into town to like go into some church's undercroft.
we present a wheelie table that we have,
Wheelie tail.
and I present the body of Ven covered up in cloth.
We've got a Ven on a pallet on a forklift.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Wembley's driving.
Certified.
Yeah, 100 years ago.
With that, he does nod respectfully, as you will see him in some form of, well, prayer, touch his fingers to his forehead with a partial bow. Looks to the rest of you, nods and gestures with a hand for you to follow onto the longship.
I shall follow.
We are to be put as dead bodies on board the ship as well.
Yes.
We should be so honored.
Corpse treatment.
As he leads you into the longship, you see a number of other Goliaths, all glowering at you, but especially as you are escorting the body, they still respect the same gesturing two fingers to their forehead and bow in respect. For anyone who's curious, they can roll a religion.
Why not?
Wait, why not? Why not?
After all,
boy.
why shouldn't I?
After all,
Oh my
my rolls are on a hot streak tonight.
Am I allowed to add fighter damage?
I was not paying
Yeah.
attention.
You
No,
pull out your weapon.
No,
and
I
you
can't.
get
Oh, alright.
not for religion.
Curious.
Religion's
Check
not for
this.
fighting.
No.
Damn.
That was to GM, but it was a 24.
Alright, so Annette and Azure, you are quite familiar, the Harad Goliaths. Many of them give respect, knowing full well that there are few that they do pay respects to, the Sun Clan, especially those kindred to as you are fully familiar with, that they have earned their respect, being warriors of old, and especially for those of this land in memory and, well, effectively not forgetting for when the lands were green and pure, even the decimated city nearby, well, having their respective why that place has not been built over or taken over effectively by them, even though neighbors, is that they have an immense respect for the dead, and especially for those who have died previously. The Sun Clan, obviously, at one point, earning those regards, maybe through battle, but you know full well that it is in reference to their god of battle. A call to home. Whether or not he died in battle, you can tell that they do give that same respect, hoping that, especially for their longships, would ferry him back home to where he may rest eternal, and that his stories would be continued to be shared. The God in particular has been forgotten, but not by all. The Warm Lord, as they still follow those teachings. The sun bringing guidance and warmth and life to the world. The gentle touch of the sky itself. But obviously, they have a much more fine understanding of the older teachings, especially for those who earned their peace and time from battle. I hope somebody wrote those potions down.
Just fucking left them in the church.
I
We
assume
forgetting
we
something?
handed them out, like when we got on the ship.
Scrolls up to find the list.
I've got it.
Not. They're being handed to me. I don't know they exist. So.
They're in a crate still, I reckon.
Yeah.
Bring the crate on board and distribute when we get to sit
No,
down.
stop
together.
posting. Stop pasting it multiple times.
Wow, we got 2 crates.
Ah! Ah!
Here, one sec,
Duplication glitch?
let me duplicate it again.
No! Each time we do, another longship shows up and it just starts burying the dogs.
Ben also gets duplicated. No, no.
Oh my god, which one was the original?
Oh, we gotta burn them all.
If we burn the wrong
Burn all
one,
the ships down. It's the only way to be sure.
give him a Viking funeral, quick.
As the... Well, you assume captain, though it seems more like commander of a militia, will lead you towards, well, effectively the hold of the longship. It is basically the upper and the lower deck, and that's literally it. You can see that many of these guys probably sleep on the spot of where they row.
Oh.
He will finally speak his first words, especially within this, well, would be not so suspicious for him, but especially for fitting 8 to 10 feet tall people. It is quite a spacious and very large longship.
Wait, spacious, even they're that big as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is a terrifyingly large ship. You can tell why many people have a hard time even trying to sink something this big.
Terrifying.
But he will give you a nod in the first words. If you need anything, ask for Vogan. I am sorry for your loss, and we will return him home soon enough.
Thank you for this honor and this respect.
See what you have, our thanks.
I'm glad
We really appreciate it.
Also Cross and Purple is well respected between each other. We will make sure that he gets his honors. His full name is Vogan Dawnjumper.
Is Dom Jumper one word?
Yes.
He's the captain of this ship, is he?
Yes, the commander of this longship.
Do I have to put that in my list of allies?
I'm glad that even my tired, exhausted brain subliminally grabbed Vogan. I didn't even really think very hard about it. I was just like, oh, he's named Vogan. That's good.
That's nice, Dean.
That's nice.
And with relative ease, they stick Socket in the back corner while he's T-posing.
Put him in the hold with the rest of the corpses.
Yep, they tuck him in there tight.
I assume we will be shown to a quarters of some kind where we will stay for the duration of our trip.
Yes. You will gesture towards the back of the hold that is fairly wide open, other than the few pillars. If you need piracy, use curtain.
Piracy.
Yar.
I think he needs privacy.
Pull the curtain to put on your eye patch and peg like.
I have some things that we need to hand out to each other. We'll get to that in a minute. Once we've settled in.
Well, we've brought those cat people with us, haven't we?
The
Did
children.
we?
Opal and Mild, no, they are staying behind. They still have their duty and things that they wish to learn. It's still time.
Oh,
I thought
also,
we were bringing-
back up these. We have 3 days. Do we want to bring Thastus? I just thought
Bastus
about
still
this.
does not know of this.
Well, what it's worth, I can't just ask
They
him
were
a standing
close.
number. I could just, use teleportation circle to bring him here. He is in our home in Dimspire, right? In theory, if I make the circle, he would bridge through to that area from wherever we are, so he could just jump through and we could send him back when we were done.
Would be worth asking then.
Yeah, I mean, it opens up at both ends. I assume you can jump through the other point. I don't know why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's just normal you don't use it like this because it only exists for a round, so unless somebody is there waiting, it doesn't really happen. Do you want to tell him that, or should I?
No offense, I feel like Annette has a kinder way with words.
Sure.
Although she's
Wouldn't you
looking a
just
bit
tell
blank
him
at the
once he
moment.
gets here?
Annette, hello?
I think I killed Annette.
Well, I suppose it's up to you then.
We strangled her. We strangled her in her sleep.
Yeah, okay. I guess sending to Thastus.
I just had Jimmy in the
okay,
room
never
with me.
mind.
What would I miss?
Do you want? We asked if you wanted to tell Thastus, or should I?
About the dead. Yep.
I don't think Fastus really spoke to any one of us more so in particular, so I guess I can do it. I will put a finger to my head like a fucking Dragon Ball Z character about to do instant transmission. Cast sending instead of teleporting. I will be trying to commune with Fastus.
I mean, it's easy enough. You were quite familiar with him.
Yes. Fastus, I hoped I wouldn't have to tell you this, but Ven has perished.
Oof.
We are taking him home. Do you want to come? That's 24 words. There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, solid.
I thought everything was going well.
Well, someone.
Looks at the stone man in the corner.
Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I'd like to come along. I'll end off there.
This must be the next character. That's clearly it. We found the secret.
No, Josh, one more hour.
One more
I'm
hour.
going-
No,
Josh is already released. I'm going to bed.
no, I'm saying that was the fucking sending, not that. Not that!
Oh,
Get your
no.
ass back here!
Yes.
No, it's over. It's over, isn't it, dude? It's over. Let him sleep. Let him sleep.
Fuck it, we have to do the
No, it's
funeral
not
because
supposed to
fucking
be.
Jesse's got to be there, man.
Gotta be here.
And there's a 50% chance he won't be there, you know.
What are you good as well, dude? The hell?
What do you mean? You
He's
guys
not,
haven't
he's-
fucking done anything for 3 hours. When am I supposed to show up?
We've been
It's
role
clearly
playing
the
for 3
cat.
hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, we're getting there. We're getting there.
This is my small son, main character of.
Yes,
We'll take him
I
with
was just gonna walk into the noble's house and be like, "Hey guys."
I'm gonna be honest.
mean,
if
you
you
can,
walked in
if you
randomly,
want.
I probably would have assaulted you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ah!
Oh, that's clearly a hitman here to kill me.
Gotta take him out.
Greetings, fellas. I too am a friend of the Daedalus worship.
Okay,
the
so
fuck out?
do you tell me that
Come on,
Thastus
come
wants to come?
What did Thastus say? Because as soon as he started speaking, I was overwhelmed by Jimmy coming in to tell me stuff.
Jimmy jumped your bones.
Y'all are fuck off.
He would want to come.
Thastus has said that he would like to come.
Very
I
well.
will send a. Actually, wait. How long does teleportation circle take to do? A minute. I mean, there's nothing really stopping you from doing it on this ship. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think if you're
I-
going to do that, you should have the respect to tell the captain first.
Fine.
Just in case.
Does the magic chalk, like, vanish once the spell is cast?
I assume it does. I mean, it's a temporary thing.
It's like magically burned up.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I have magic to actually clean it as well, so it's not like it matters.
Fizzles out.
I can
Also,
literally,
like,
I can literally
forgiveness,
just
not
use
permission.
I can literally just use fabricate to fix the floor.
True.
Like, it's not like I'm incapable of fixing it. Anyways, I will go find a Sarah Vogan.
And see him, like, looking over supplies and speaking in giant as he is giving out orders, and notices your tiny body.
Are we going to depart immediately? Because if we aren't, I have something I need to do that might scar your ship slightly. So, can I spare a minute or two? I'll be right back.
He nods towards the dock.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go do this on the dock. It's a lot easier too.
Yep.
I will
Arrested for high-level magic use in public.
I don't think they would arrest me for this. There's literally zero harm that can come of this unless you sprint into the circle at full
Well, you could be teleporting an army for free. I don't know.
Oi, 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 you got a license for that there, magic?
I do.
Fucking Goliath breaks his neck and throws him in the water.
Hell yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, sending to Thastus. Thastus, it's Azure. Go stand by the teleportation circle in our foyer. I'll open it in a second.
Alright. I'll be ready.
Okay, and I will cast teleportation circle.
Alright. Fastus has arrived, and you see him with a pretty sizable pack. Looks like he has brought a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm ready.
Everybody else is already on the ship. Come on.
Quickly jump on board. You see Vogan looks at the even smaller form, Fastus, but takes no issue with him. Just kind of outright ignores him and lets him get on the ship perfectly fine.
He does.
Just, if he robbed my parents, I'd feel freaking awful. Running his little burglar limbs.
A bag of everything he stole from the Cinderstorm fam.
Surely there's better things to steal than just robbing my family. Like, come on.
Yeah, like the neighbor and all their pie.
True. It's just a bag full of stolen old pie. It's like mold.
Yum.
Think about like the flavor of having like you crush like 16 different pies into like a bucket. You just like take like a fistful.
berries and cream surprise. Somehow he threw a cheesecake in there as well.
Ah, see now that's a Gordon Ramsay-esque dish pie bucket.
With that, as you know, especially traveling in the ocean does go a little bit faster. It would usually take a good portion of time, and especially traveling with vehicles out in, well, the more jungled area of the world would be far more difficult. But Vogan does let you guys know that it would only take them 10 days to reach the city.
I mean, that's
Good.
not too bad. We don't have to worry about a return journey because we can just teleport circle home.
With that, especially for some of the waves and hearing them call out for, rowing, the constant yell of giant sounds as well. We can easily hand wave the 10 days of travel, as it is still a little hairy for some of the weather, but not too bad. The worst of it being a heavier storm in your travels. But especially with the longship itself, it is able to pierce the waves quite easily and make the journey north. It would be the 10th day of your lengthy journey. Some exhausted, some trying to get used to the smell of very sweaty Goliath. Between all the other things that they have there and the loud snoring there within from the overworked muscular figures that are on board.
Nice and pungent.
You would arrive at the almost beautifully golden city surrounded by various jungle of Alzacraz, as you see much to that of Fastus and the myriads of families that look quizzical as you are starting to disembark from the ship. They are not none too concerned with the various Goliaths that are there, but more curious at the nature of all of you arriving. It doesn't seem like even the Goliaths are intending to stay, as they are already paying for some supplies, speaking continuously in giant further on. But you do see curious natures, various what seems to be houses and clans separating in different sections of the city, colors and tapestries that are almost dancing amongst each other. It is a vibrant and beautiful landscape, one that is filled with warmth and sun and life. Everything here, though hot in a different way, not in the volcanic ash or embers, but the sun bearing down and greeting the island, as well as the main, what looks to be temple/palace at the main front of the city that has what seems to be various gods, ancestors maybe, decorating all around. Right, you can see this far out, even at the edges of the docks in the city itself. But you are now there within of Elsacras, and going to have to find Ben's family.
I've asked us, does Sven's family live in this city?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly where in the city, but
Well, I met his mom indirectly, so I could just tell her that we're here.
all right. Let's just be ready for some intensity.
I fully expect that. I will cast sending to Ven's mom, who I have noted as being named Anley. Was that the actual name?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. Hello, this is Azur. We spoke before. We arrived at Elsacras' docks. Would you please come meet us?
Are you here? But yes. I will be there soon.
Ben's mom is on her way.
Be prepared for anything, I guess.
I think this is actually a good spot to leave off on.
Oh. Thanks for watching, Jake.
No,
Release
Josh.
Oh,
Fucking, we have to do the funeral real quick because I know fucking Jesse's gonna be 3
That's-
hours late next time.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
We can just do the funeral, you know, like. I don't know. I don't have a good excuse. Shoot me.
Shoot him now. All right.
Let's finish the funeral off tomorrow sometime when we're not busy.
Yes.
It's fun.
So
Like,
we can sleep.
I gave you a whole ass script, Josh.
Come on, dude.
Follow the script.
I had to fight Wembley away from your body with a stick and fire the entire trip here. He's foaming from the mouth.
The funeral rites.
Surely he could perform this funeral even better than they could, even more correct, because of his fighter damage.
Their traditions and their passed down knowledge is actually outdated. I have the correct knowledge.
You have the current version.
Alright,
Uh,
we
they're
can wrap
wrong,
up
I am
here,
right.
but if Jesse isn't here, I'm killing you all.
Alright.
Understandable.
That's true.
Is it because Ven's ghost is
Cool.
gonna come out and give her a hug?
I should be here. I'm pretty sure because next week I am going, like Mel and I are going on like a date, but I think it's on Sunday. I think.
I can give an early preview of Ven's mom anyway.
In 2 weeks' time, I have a wedding to go to.
Hmm.
I don't recall if it's on the Saturday or not. But
We're
it is on
finding
the
out for the sake of the wedding, not us.
You should tell them to cancel.
Cancel it altogether.
You do it some other time. I have D&D.
Tell them you
Yeah.
slept with the wife.
Whoa.
Very
Just
chess
to-
move right there.
Just to...
All right, I'm sleeping with the. Look at this MILF.
I mean,
This is the Y MILF.
Catwoman.
Yeah, the Y stands for Ven's mum. I'd love to fuck.
course.
MILF.
well, I mean,
Just for context, like half the population here are Leonin.
Hmm?
They're
Uh-huh.
not like humanoid-looking people.
Yeah.
Like Ven. There's a mix of like Tabaxi and Leonin, and like the more Ven-looking, like human-looking.
The beastly folk.
Yeah, called half-bloods. As
Dirty mudbloods.
Wembley would probably know.
of course, Wembley would know. Wembley knows everything.
Got
You,
the
like,
half-blood, so-
Wembley walks past a random stranger in the street, turns them, your blood type is AB. It's like, how do you know? Fighter.
Your father isn't your father. It's me.
It was me, Barry.
I also use my fighter ability to deduce what you just ate. Also, I know the exact steps you've taken for the past 6 days because of my fighter abilities.
We will pick up as Ven's mom will come to find the party at the docks.
Yeah, alright.
I consider doing another sending to describe ourselves, but I feel like they're going to be able to figure out which one is us. Bunch of friggin'
Oh, yeah.
weirdos at the docks.
While we were on that 3-day trip, now, I have these many potions
Right.
I've acquired that we will need to distribute amongst each other. Nothing ever goes how we would like, so I would prefer to be prepared. And I gesture to Wembley to crack the crate open.
Alright, do a big overarching swing with my frying pan and smash it to pieces.
Oh, like, you hear the
Good.
Half-Life sound of like objects being picked up and immediately consumed.
Gordon
Wow.
Freeman comes into frame with a craft gun and throws it against the wall.
Ah, the delete gun.
Oh,
Take what you think you'll need.
Fucking, I'm very sorry, my eyes got me on that.
No, it's fine. I didn't care. I was just like, lol.
Apologize on the slow drag of that day. We will be able to move much faster next session.
Be great, we done that.
Yeah, I mean, we all had something we wanted to do.
I
You
can't
can't
wait
really
for
complain
the
too hard.
date and the wedding to both be on Saturday.
yay.
As they get consumed by the void.
Just tell them you're going to IKEA to dodge, then come play D&D.
IKEA to what?
Say you're going to IKEA. I can't make it to the wedding. I'm going to IKEA.
I'm going to
That's
IKEA.
a very important thing to be doing, of course.
Yeah, it is. Everybody needs to go to
I do remember the time you went to IKEA.
Oh, wow.
I do not.
Like instead of D&D, it was like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because we needed fucking furniture.
Yeah, this was like a year or two ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
Something like
clever
that.
reference.
Yes.
Anyways,
very clever.
so we should probably potion of greater healing.
I'll
How
take
do we
all these
even-
growth potions. You all know I need it.
Of course, yeah, I think all of us should take one potion of greater healing. The supreme healing should probably go to Acilia or Wembley. Any complaints so far?
Can I have the supreme one?
Complaining.
Yeah, I
Who?
gotta take one more on
Who's
that.
that?
Me.
Flora.
Me then.
Off of N right now, straight
Yeah,
down
who,
his
who are
throat.
you?
He
Oh,
wakes
Ben just
up.
wakes up.
That's all it took.
That's all it took, baby.
Potion addict activated.
Supreme. I give a thumbs up to the camera and then I die.
So we're all taking a potion of greater healing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
4 of us. It's an easy one to decide.
I mean, there's 5 of us.
Well,
Just because Ben's dead, we should still give him.
nice. Socket also
I thought you
technically
meant 5
exists.
is in socket. Don't give
No,
me a
fuck
potion.
socket.
Socket
I'm
ain't
just-
here. I don't even know how he's gonna get here.
I feel like Socket's going in the recycling bin.
He's poured in the storage bin.
Take those ones.
What do the elixirs of health do? Is it just like greater restoration?
I think so, yeah. It's
It
like
gives
not
you-
healing, it's like
Gives
Yeah,
you
like
50 max
restoration.
HP. It gives you an extra
don't think
100
this-
years of your life.
I don't think so.
It's the one from your game, right?
Yeah, it's blinded, deafened,
The
paralyzed, and
Estus forest.
poisoned. So
Oh,
basically,
that's
it's
a
just
legendary
a status remover.
Praetorian artifact that
Yeah.
one exists in the whole universe.
It gives,
Yeah,
you,
that
gives
one.
you 50 HP.
We've got
forever.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should probably just throw the elixirs of health into the bag. I feel like they're...
It's in the ocean.
Well, actually... I don't know, I mean...
As the field medic, I'd like to have one on my person.
Yeah. I think you should have one, and we should probably just give Vasilia the other one. Because it's, you know, it's like status condition cure.
Removing curses.
I don't think it does curses, but it does like most status effects. So if you get hit by something you really don't like, you can just drink it.
Yeah.
Potion of Greater Invisibility, I guess on that. I mean, I don't know. Who wants Greater Invisibility? The potion is
several.
really good.
Several abilities that turn me invisible.
Yeah, but this is a potion, you don't have to concentrate on it.
That's great.
You know what? I'll take the potion, why not?
Imagine the potions all visually look like what kind of effect they create. The potion of greater invisibility just looks like an empty glass.
You can't see the glass. It's just invisible. You have to like look around for it, heal for the clinking.
Where the fuck did it go?
If it's invincible, how can you drink it?
Okay.
I'm title card. Okay,
you know what? Has anyone claimed the potion of speed?
No.
I don't think so, no.
Yoink.
Imagine Ven with a potion of speed, 480 feet around.
True.
Yeah.
You'll
Imagine-
never see it.
Imagine trying to escape the guards in this city.
You cannot.
They're so quick.
Not possible.
You try to dimension door away, the guards are already waiting for you. Like, you really thought that would work?
Does it again.
I mean, they don't all have 240 move speed. They can count
they have
dash like
more.
once.
They have twice of that much. They're well trained. Okay, so we
We've
have
all
5
got
potions of
a
regular
potion of
healing.
right?
We all got a greater healing potion.
What about the potions of healing?
Potion
Are
of healing
you-
regular. We,
Are you
did not manage to do.
proactively including me and everyone, or is that Socket?
No, you're dead.
I'm not including you or Socket. Socket doesn't exist right now.
Okay,
Mm.
but you
Yeah.
said 5, and then you said everyone. I'm just making sure this item.
I was talking about the
isn't
greater
getting
healing potion, not the regular.
invaded.
There's 4 potion recipients I care about currently.
Sorry, I only copy pasted it. I didn't actually read it.
Yeah, you know. That's very
Yeah,
on
good.
brand.
I've taken a potion of healing. I've got a potion of greater healing. And I've got a potion of speed.
I will take a potion of regular healing as well. So now there are 3 potions of regular healing. Who else wishes for one?
I will also take one.
As
Okay.
a weak baby of mortal strength in the -2 zone, I'll take a potion of climbing.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Who cares about those ones?
I'll also take a potion of climbing. That sounds like it might have saved my life.
us weak babies who need it.
The weak babies who have fly and also teleport. Give me those potions of climbing.
Just in
Yeah.
case we're out of spell slots and we really want to get out of here.
What about spell slots? Not out of options.
Pulls out vicious crossbow.
Or
Good.
vicious is insane.
Yeah, new vicious is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
The new Vicious is fucking really
Have you
fucking
ever
me.
thought
It's the
about,
equivalent of flame tongue.
Have you ever
Flame tongue
thought
is
about-
cooler though, like by a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
As I've
Let
said
me-
before, the coolest new weapon in the game that I want to use for a character is a flame tongue whip.
I'll look it up.
Flame tongue weapon is really cool. I quite thoroughly enjoyed using it thematically as that really edgy tiefling in Luke
Oh yeah.
Targrim.
Yeah, I remember.
Good fun.
Mhm.
What the fuck did I call it?
Anyways.
Ember Shard or something like that?
I'll put it into
Extra
chat in
edge.
case you get confused.
But yeah, I take the last potion, elixir of health, I guess. I am quite fast. I can deliver it.
Good lord.
I rolled that in GM. Okay, that's only slightly worse.
Yeah, 1 point difference.
That's like average. Vicious weapon plus great weapon fighting.
If you think about it, if you
Average
kill
damage
them-
is fucking insane.